Hello, all. It's your girl Tiffany, Madam Licious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, Tyeisha, aka the light versions of the diamonds. This one known as your modern day nun, one whom isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on tonight. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading. For particular persons, okay? But you all please like, share, and subscribe. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. That is your free way of showing your support to the channel. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. I do hope everybody is doing well and feeling well. And tonight, guys, so we are going to get started. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a spirit reading, okay, for Jacqueline Wright and Tyeisha Johnson, okay? Some of you may have heard of Jacqueline Wright, which goes by the alias Jaguar, and Tyeisha Johnson goes by the alias of TJ, or nickname of TJ, okay? So we're going to get into a spirit reading pertaining to these persons. There's a lot that has gone on that I just really didn't have much interest in or covering. There's like umpteen persons who like cover Jacqueline Wright, aka Jaguar, like on a daily basis, and yeah, I'm not going to be one of them, okay? So every once in a while, here or there, honey, when I have some spare time, I will do a reading about their situation or either some type of commentary. I actually haven't done a reading on Jacqueline Wright or Jaguar's situation, regardless to who she happens to be with at the time, because she, you know, she changed partners, changed situations, changed associations, like she changed underwear, honey. So, yeah, I don't have time to be keeping up with all of that. Nevertheless, I am going to be doing a spirit reading for these ladies, okay, on tonight, guys, okay? So, on my spirit readings is when I ask my spirit guides direct questions and I get a direct answer. Okay, so I will be getting asking yes or no questions, or asking questions which has a yes or no answer to it. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get or ask questions of my spirit guides that is like, you know, probably on everybody's mind, what people really, really want to know. Okay, guys? So let's get started. As you all can see here, I'm using this because I actually have a board here, but you all can't see what is on here, okay? But here in this whole circle here, the first circle is every zodiac sign. The next circle is numbers. The next circles is the days of the week. And the next circles is when is where you do spirit messages. And you have like no, yes, rephrase the question, maybe answers that you can get from spirit. But because you all can't see this that well, I would literally have to hover the camera over this area for you all to be able to see it. We're just gonna, I just drew this up, okay? So as I answer the question, ask the question, excuse me, the pendulum I'm going to use, which is this, my amethyst pendulum here, okay? It's gonna rock forwards and backwards. Like I do it like how you shake your head, okay? So if you answering somebody with a head nod, you shake your head up and down, it's usually yes. If you shake your head from side to side or left to right, it's a no, okay? And so that's how we're going to get our answer. So if you see the pendulum rock forward or backwards, it's a yes answer. If you see it rock left to right, it's a no answer, okay, guys? So I'm going to put my amethyst crystal here, guys, and we're going to get started. We're going to ask some questions that I know is probably on everybody's minds, okay, that some people probably have directly asked them about these things, but people can lie to you, okay? Spirit don't lie them, okay? So I'm going to center this. I get the pendulum as still as possible. Sometimes I can actually start it off like this, and once it flow down, it'll go in the direction that it wants to go, okay? We're going to start off with some softball questions just so you all will know that I'm getting correct answers, okay? So let's see. And when I have the pendulums like sitting here, like usually I'll try to rest it. When I'm asking the question, I'll rest it, then I'll lift it up, or you may see me hold it still, and then I'll let it go. That way I know it's completely still before it starts rocking. Or like I said, I can do it in this way as well. It gives spirit, I pick up spirit easily like this as well. And as it slows down, it'll give me the answer that it wants me to have for what's going on, okay? So we're going to start off with some questions that we know the answer to, so you all can make sure that I'm getting the correct answer, okay? As you can see, I rest my elbow on the table. You can see my hands here. So, you know, some people be doing this thing, honey, they be forcing this thing to move. It's energy. It moves on its own, okay? If you actually have power, okay? And energy flows through us as well, guys, okay? So as you can see, currently the pendulum is still. I'm going to ask the question. Spirit, is today September 22nd, 2023 here on planet Earth? Is today September the 22nd, 2023 here on planet Earth? Please rock forwards and backwards for yes, left to right for no. As you can see, guys, I'm getting a yes answer. Okay, so let's ask a question now. You can ask the next question while it's still moving, giving you an answer for the last question. Let's ask a question that we know is off, okay? Now, I know everybody is in different areas, okay? So let's see. Where I'm at, it is currently 1:30, okay? Some of you may be, you know, an hour or two ahead or behind, but we're going to take a big leap, okay? So let's just say like a big leap, okay? So Spirit, is it currently 8 a.m. in the morning on planet Earth? Is it currently 8 a.m. where I am? Is it currently 8 a.m. in the morning here on planet Earth where I am? Can you give me a more precise answer so the viewers can see, Spirit? So as you can see, it's rocking side to side. That is a no answer. Okay? Spirit, is my favorite color pink? Is my favorite color pink, Spirit? You see it change up on its own. It's now rocking yes. Okay, guys, so let's get started. Okay. So, Spirit, is Tyeisha Johnson and Jacqueline Wright still together? Is Tyeisha Johnson and Jacqueline Wright currently together? Is Tyeisha Johnson and Jacqueline Wright currently together? It's rocking yes, guys, but can you show me a clear answer, Spirit, for the viewers? Yes. Tyeisha Johnson and Jacqueline Wright are currently together. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, is Tyeisha Johnson being physically abused in any way? Is Tyeisha Johnson being physically abused in any way? Please rock forwards and backwards for yes, left to right for no. Is Tyeisha Johnson being physically abused in any way? That is a major yes, y'all. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, is Tyeisha Johnson scamming or hustling her subscribers, listeners, or viewers? Is Tyeisha Johnson scamming or lying to her subscribers, viewers, or watchers? Is Tyeisha Johnson scamming her subscribers, viewers, or watchers? That is a yes, guys. And please understand that I am non-biased in this, okay? I'm not rooting for there to be any particular outcome of any certain thing, okay? Any certain way. So I'm completely non-biased. I have my own opinion, but I'm non-biased, okay? Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, it don't really matter to me like that, okay? It's just what happens to be being popularized and what's going on online right now, okay? Spirit, is Jacqueline Wright, also known as Jaguar, scamming or hustling or lying to her viewers, subscribers, and watchers? Is Jacqueline Wright, also known as Jaguar, scamming, hustling, or lying to her viewers, subscribers, and watchers? That is a very big yes, guys. As you can see, it's rocking forwards and backwards. Thank you, Spirit. Most High God, is Jacqueline Wright confiscating the money or support that Tyeisha Johnson receives? Is Jacqueline Wright confiscating the money that Tyeisha Johnson receives? That is a yes. So Spirit is saying that Jacqueline Wright basically takes any and all money that Tyeisha Johnson receives. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, is Tyeisha Johnson being controlled? Is Tyeisha Johnson being controlled? Right, forwards and backwards for yes, left to right for no. Is Tyeisha Johnson being controlled here? That is a yes. Can you show them a more clear answer, Spirit? Is Tyeisha Johnson being controlled, Spirit? Yes. Thank you. Give me just a second, guys, to clear my energy. I can just gotta do this. Spirit, is Tyeisha Johnson and Jacqueline Wright currently living together? Is Tyeisha Johnson and Jacqueline Wright currently living together? Are they living in the same place, Spirit? Please rock forwards and backwards for yes, left to right for no. That is a yes. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, did Tyeisha Johnson sell her soul to be with Jacqueline Wright? Did Tyeisha Johnson sell her soul to be with Jacqueline Wright, Spirit? Did Tyeisha Johnson sell her soul to be with Jacqueline Wright, Spirit? That is a yes. Spirit is saying that she sold her soul. Maybe she signed some type of contract or took some type of oath or something in an effort to be with Jacqueline Wright. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, per the information that has been provided publicly online, did Jacqueline Wright give Tyeisha Johnson a sexually transmitted disease or virus or infection of some kind? Did Jacqueline Wright infect Tyeisha Johnson with something, Spirit? Did Jacqueline Wright infect Tyeisha Johnson with something, Spirit? Can you please give a more clear answer for the viewers, please, Spirit? That is a yes, guys. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, has Tyeisha Johnson put forth any effort to look for a job? Has Tyeisha Johnson put forth any effort to look for a job? Has Tyeisha Johnson put forth any effort to look for a job, Spirit? Has Tyeisha Johnson put forth any effort to actually look for a job, Spirit? Some type of work. Has Tyeisha Johnson put forth any effort to look for a job? That is a no. Can you give me a clear answer, please, Spirit, for the viewers? Thank you, Spirit. That is a no. Tyeisha Johnson has not put forth any effort to actually look for a job or obtain employment of any kind. Spirit, is Jacqueline Wright forcing Tyeisha Johnson not to work? Is Jacqueline Wright forcing Tyeisha Johnson not to work? You see it changed up on its own, guys. And now it's rocking yes. So Spirit is saying Jacqueline Wright is forcing Tyeisha Johnson not to work so she can keep an eye on her at all times, so she can control her. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, did Jacqueline Wright cut or have TJ, or excuse me, let me rephrase, Spirit. Did Jacqueline Wright cut Tyeisha Johnson's hair or have someone to cut her hair in an effort to do some type of witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, or voodoo on her? Did Jacqueline Wright cut Tyeisha Johnson's hair or have someone to cut her hair in an effort to do some type of spell work on her? That is a yes, guys. Thank you, Spirit. Most High, is Tyeisha Johnson currently under some type of demonic spell, some type of witchcraft or spell work? Is Tyeisha Johnson currently under some type of spell work? Is Tyeisha Johnson currently under some type of spell work? That is a yes. Thank you, Spirit. Hold on, guys. Let me rest my arm for a second. Spirit, is Tyeisha Johnson under mind control? Is Tyeisha Johnson under some form of mind control? Is Tyeisha Johnson under some form of mind control, Spirit? Can you please show a clearer answer for the viewers? That is yes, guys. Spirit is saying she's under some kind of mind control. Thank you, Spirit. Whew. Hold on, guys. Let me rest my arm. It hurts my arm when I hold it up like that with someone. Spirit, is Tyeisha Johnson being deprived of food or sleep? Is Tyeisha Johnson being deprived of food or sleep? Yes. So is her food being monitored, or is she only allowed to eat so much? Or she's going through sleep deprivation as well, Spirit? Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Those things are done in an effort to drain a person of their energy, to mind control a person, to basically try to break a person in some type of way, or even as torture tactics, or what have you, guys. Spirit, has Tyeisha Johnson been forced to give any type of sexual favors for monies or place to stay or food or anything? Has Tyeisha Johnson been forced into some type of sexual favors to someone for a place to stay or food or anything? Has Tyeisha Johnson been forced to render sexual favors to someone for money, a place to stay, or food? That is a yes, guys. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, is Tyeisha being, I know I asked if she's being forced, has Tyeisha given sexual favors because she feels like she has to? Has Tyeisha given sexual favors to persons because she felt like she had to? That is a yes, guys. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, are there content creators online who are helping and assisting Jacqueline Wright and Tyeisha Johnson with any type of scamming, lying, or hustle for money out of people? Are there any content creators who are assisting Jacqueline Wright and Tyeisha Johnson to scam, lie, or hustle money out of people? That is a yes. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, is Jacqueline Wright participating in solicitation or prostitution, allegedly? Is Jacqueline Wright allegedly participating in solicitation or prostitution, Spirit? Is Jacqueline Wright participating in any solicitation or prostitution, allegedly? That is a yes. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, has Jacqueline Wright sold her soul to the industry or otherwise? Did Jacqueline Wright allegedly sell her soul? Did Jacqueline Wright sell her soul, sign some type of blood contract, or take some type of satanic oath, Spirit? That is a yes. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, is there any alleged underlying drug use, substance abuse, alcoholism, or anything going on between Jacqueline Wright and Tyeisha Johnson? Is there any alleged drug use, substance abuse, or alcoholism? The pendulum is shaking, guys. It's not giving me an answer yet, but it's shaking. It's trying to give me an answer. Is there any drug use, guys? Let's break it down. Is there any drug use that's being done allegedly, Spirit? Is there any drug use that's being done allegedly, Spirit? That is a yes. Thank you, Spirit. Is there any alcoholism, Spirit? Is there alcoholism as well, Spirit? It continues to rock. Yes, guys, that is a yes. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, is the person that Jacqueline names as Johnny Popcorn multiple different persons? I'm gonna show you how it works this way as well, guys. Is the person that Jacqueline Wright names as Johnny Popcorn multiple different tricks? Is the person that Jacqueline Wright names as Johnny Popcorn multiple different tricks? Allegedly. Is the person that Jacqueline Wright has named publicly as Johnny Popcorn multiple different tricks? Y'all see how it stops spinning and then it slows down and it gives you an answer on its own? That is a yes, guys. So Johnny Popcorn isn't one person. Johnny Popcorn is a multiple different persons, but they're Johns, hence Johnny. Which those who are, sex workers or whatever, they call them Johns, they call them tricks. Like, it's been called so many different things over the course of so many different years or what have you. But it's no one person. It's actually multiple different persons or what have you. Okay. Does this person have a regular? Possibly, but Spirit is saying that it's multiple different persons, guys. Okay. Spirit, was Tyeisha Johnson offered some type of compensation or monies to leave Tyeisha her ex and come and be with Jacqueline Wright? Was Tyeisha Johnson offered some type of payment or compensation for her to go to Texas to be in a relationship with Jacqueline Wright? Yes. I believe this is when she sold her soul. This is when she signed some type of contract, whatever. But Spirit is saying that yes, she was offered some type of monies or compensation or incentives of some kind to be in a relationship with Jacqueline Wright. Spirit, has Jacqueline Wright ever been attracted to Tyeisha Johnson? Has Jacqueline Wright ever been attracted to Tyeisha Johnson? That is a no. Has Jacqueline Wright ever loved Tyeisha Johnson? That is a no. Has Jacqueline Wright solely for her own ill will and purposes used Tyeisha Johnson? Has Jacqueline Wright solely for her own purposes and ill wills used Tyeisha Johnson? That is a yes. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, guys. So, let me see what other questions people may wonder. Spirit, did Jacqueline Wright lie to her attorney or the courts to prolong her case? Did Jacqueline Wright lie to her attorney or the courts to purposely prolong her case? Did Jacqueline Wright purposely lie to her attorneys or the court to prolong her case? That is a yes. Spirit, did Jacqueline Wright and Tyeisha Johnson arrive to the court together? Did Jacqueline Wright and Tyeisha Johnson arrive to the courthouse together? That is a yes. So the whole narrative that was spent that they showed up at different times, Jacqueline got there early, Tyeisha got there late, and all of that was a lie. Spirit is saying yes. They actually arrived at court together. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, please give me clear and accurate messages. Is Jacqueline Wright looking for someone to sacrifice for her to come up in some type of way? Is Jacqueline Wright looking to make someone a blood sacrifice for her to come up in some type of way? That is a yes. Yeah. She's wanting to make someone a sacrificial lamb so that she can come up in some type of way, so she can make more money, so she can live this lavish lifestyle that she wants and all this, or what have you. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, is there someone in the industry who is still controlling Jacqueline Wright? Is there someone in the industry who is still controlling Jacqueline Wright? Is there someone in the industry who is still controlling Jacqueline Wright, also known as Jaguar? Is there someone in the industry who is still controlling Jacqueline Wright? That is a yes. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, is Tyeisha Johnson a targeted individual? Is Tyeisha Johnson a targeted individual? Is Tyeisha Johnson a targeted individual, Spirit? Is Tyeisha Johnson a targeted individual, Spirit? It looks like a yes to me, guys. Spirit, is Jacqueline Wright a targeted individual? Is Jacqueline Wright a targeted individual? Is Jacqueline Wright a targeted individual, Spirit? So that is a yes. Even though Jacqueline Wright is looking for someone to sacrifice so that she can come up, she is actually, in fact, a targeted individual herself. Which means at some point she will be a sacrifice, allegedly. Spirit is saying yes. Spirit, was all the exposure of Tyeisha Johnson a humiliation ritual for her initiation for selling her soul? Was all the exposing Tyeisha Johnson, her children, her ex, and family all of a part of initiation for her selling her soul for payment? Was that all a part of an initiation? Was that an initiation ritual, Spirit? Spirit is saying yes. So everything that was said and was done all by your most popular content creators, from talking about her teeth, to talking about her hair, to talking about her feet, to talking about her children, to talking about her ex, to talking about uh, past sexual abuse and rapes and molestations and things. All of this was humiliation rituals, and it was a part of an initiation process. The humiliation ritual was done to initiate her into what she sold out to, because she sold her soul. This is the reason why you see her doing the subliminal messages, have the dreads over one eye, wearing the Mickey Mouse shirt. That's the Disney programming, the MK Ultra mind control programming. This is the reason why when you see the person rubbing their chin, they saying they're in, okay? This is the reason why when you see this person doing this like this over their mouth, this has specific subliminals as well, usually sexual things in nature, okay? But the rubbing the chin is subliminal for their in, and all the different, like, there's a lot of different signs and symbolisms they have, from the one eye symbolisms to throwing up the three sixes to throwing up the Baphomet horns. There's a lot of different signs and symbolisms, certain colors, certain words, certain phrases. Some things is witch language, some things is just subliminal language, some things is some things is things that you see, some things is things that you can hear. It just depends. You have to be in the know of these things, because it's almost like they do it in plain sight, okay? And they have to do it in plain sight in an effort to pay their homage to who they're sold out to, because the big wigs, the higher ups, are watching them at all times. They have to pay their homage at all times. So they do this publicly. They do these things in plain sight, but most people, the majority of the masses, they may be unaware of these things, okay? Most people are probably brainwashed, dumbed down, or something like that themselves, and they're unaware of these things. However, these things are codes and symbolisms amongst those of them who are sellouts. It's like a secret private language amongst them to know who's in and who's not, okay? Even if you listen to some maybe some of your most popular favorite content creators. They're using subliminal messagings and charms and wisecracks and slick shots and jabs and different things that they say, different things that they do. It may be something that they're wearing, something they have around them, something that's around them in their background or something like that. It's a lot of different things. There's no one in particular thing. It's a lot of different things all conjoined together to create that confusion, especially for the person who is not in the know of these things, guys. Okay. Um, so yeah. So Spirit, the other night when Tyeisha Johnson was sitting in Waffle House and she was crying and said that she was afraid, and there was a lady that said that she was going to come and help her and bring her a coat and give her some type of assistance that she needed. Did Tyeisha jump up and run off and act like she was afraid because somebody told her to? Did Tyeisha Johnson jump up like she was afraid and leave the restaurant because somebody told her to? Yes. See, those things, when they be in certain places, it be staged. But because Tyeisha Johnson and Jacqueline Wright are still in communication with each other and other persons who are in play, certain other people, they won't allow them to align with what have you because of what they sold out to be a part of and what they got going on. This is the reason why the other day she jumped up. She acted like she was all of a sudden afraid. She acted like she was paranoid. She jumps up. It was raining outside. It was lightning outside. And she claimed she was going to walk several blocks to a motel. And she was online crying, trying to get support from people so that she could pay for a motel, allegedly. But there was a lady that was in her chat earlier that morning. Tyeisha Johnson was there eating, okay? And then she came back on later that evening and said that she had been there all day, but she in fact had left because there was a lady who was in her chat who said that she lived in the area and she stopped by the place and even left her number with the waitress, but she was coming to bring her a coat and some other necessities that she needed. But Tyeisha Johnson, aka TJ, had jumped up and left. So when TJ got back online later that night and was at the same Waffle House, and was like, "Oh, I've been here all day," the woman came back in the chat and like, "Hey, I live in the area. I came by there. I'm on my way up there to you now. I wanted to bring you some stuff." Tyeisha acted like she was afraid, she was scared, she was paranoid. She wasn't afraid or scared or paranoid of that woman. She was afraid, scared, and paranoid of the people that she sold out to and them hurting her or doing something to her for her not following instructions, okay? And as you can see, the pendulum is still rocking yes. So Spirit is saying that yes, that is the truth. That is clarity, okay? That's the reason why when she supposedly made it to the hotel, she shot another real brief live. There was no reason for her to be so emotional, but she cried in that like 15-20 minute live the entire time. And you seen her rubbing her chin, saying she was in. You also seen her doing this symbolism over the mouth, okay? And what it symbolically stood for and everything. You also noticed she had on a t-shirt, but she had nothing on from the waist down. Well, I noticed. Other people might not have noticed, okay? And there appeared to be someone else in the room, which you could see. I seen in a freeze frame when the phone flipped upside down, like when the phone knocked over or something like that, or what have you. There was somebody else in that room. Okay. But this is what's going on. Okay. This is what's going on. They're lying to people. They're deceiving people. They're preying on people's feelings and emotions. And it's amazing because I've seen different classifications of people. Okay. I see them prey on the Christian community. So those of them who are Christians and religious, prey on, them for their help and support. I see them prey on even the spiritual community. Those of them who's not so much religious, but spiritual based. Okay. And then you have, all of the extras, that's out there or what have you, and to prey upon every group to, squeeze out whatever they can get out of any of these persons. Okay. And something I noticed the other day, all of a sudden, TJ started saying things that she'd never said before. She has begun to act like she is spiritual. Now she's mentioning angel numbers. She all of a sudden, out the blue, she out of all the whole 3 months she's been around Jaguar, she never did this. But all of a sudden, out the blue, she's like, oh, 333 on the clock, 444 on the clock. You'll see many different readers do this, okay? They're trained to do that. Those are angel numbers, and they do have specific meanings, okay? But you can tell people when it's purposely being made aware to you. When you're purposely being said to say these certain things, to make mention of these certain things. Those of us who are really spiritual, these are things that's around us and things that, we work with, like crystals and angel numbers and different things. You know what I'm saying? You'll see spiritual based things around me like all the time. That's who I am. For somebody that is not, this person is technically not particularly religious. How do you know this? Because they were totally disrespectful to the women that came up, like the ones that would come up and was trying to pray with TJ or read scripture and different things like that or whatever. They laughed at them and everything. They're not religious. And they know that they have sold out and they're actually worship Lucifer, the devil. Okay. But now all of a sudden is this pushing of spirituality. And she's lately been saying a lot of things, that spiritual things. She keeps putting the emphasis on, I'm a Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio. Okay. Well, if you was that spiritual, what you would know is, according to the tarot, the Scorpion energy is the death card. Okay. Don't get too cocky. Don't get too sure of yourself, baby. Okay. Don't think all is well and mess around and become someone's sacrifice. Because that's a fact. Okay? And if you're really about that life, I made mention to something the other day. Don't play with God. Now, nobody is perfect. Everybody has made mistakes. Everybody at one point in time in life has fallen short of God's glory. No matter what God you believe in, no matter what your religious upbringing or background, or if you're not particularly religious at all, okay? But if you want to play religious, because see, even the devil knows scripture. Even Lucifer know the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? But even in the word, it says in the last days, okay, that the righteous will be able to trump over you scorpions. It's in the word. And that's a fact. So I wouldn't play with God. And I wouldn't play with people who are believers of God, who are being moved in some type of way to help you. Because that will backfire on you to the likes of which you ain't never seen before. While you playing with somebody else, and you kikiing, and you hee-heeing, and you ha-haing, thinking it's funny, thinking it's a game, because the enemy done got in your ear, and it made you believe that living carelessly and recklessly is fun. Scheming and scamming is easy. You already allowed the enemy to use you for a fool. When you left a home to live in, you left food in the refrigerator, you left a bed to sleep in, everything. You left a closet full of clothes and shoes and attires and everything to go and be with someone who is homeless. Now you have to be homeless right along with them. That's not living. And yeah, those actions, that wasn't led by God. That wasn't led by God. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Is Jacqueline Wright controlling Tyeisha Johnson? Does Jacqueline Wright control Tyeisha Johnson? That is a yes. Spirit is saying Jacqueline Wright controls Tyeisha Johnson. Why? Because she under mind control. Why? Because spell work has been done on her. Why? Because she sold her soul to the devil and the price was cheap. Okay, guys, real quick, let me think of any other questions that you all that that the Most High put on my mind that other people may want to know pertaining to the situation. Also, guys, this is the reason why from time to time you have seen things shift and seen things change up. Now, all of a sudden, it seems as if after they push the narrative, the script that Tyeisha Johnson and Jacqueline Wright Jaguar was no longer together, but now everybody is in support of Tyeisha Johnson and all of the content creators who they were supposedly beefing with and arguing with every day. They're all like bestie. Everything is calm. They're all cool. If you notice, they never stopped talking to one another. They never stopped dealing with one another. There was no real beef there. It was all staged. It was all created. Okay? And Tyeisha Johnson has said plenty of times, she was a member. She was a follower. She was a subscriber to certain of, we just going to say, popular content creators' channels well before she ever even met Jacqueline Wright. Spirit, is Naisha Lewis a part of the setup, this scheme, this scam, this hustle that Jacqueline Wright and Tyeisha Johnson has had going on? Is Naisha Lewis a part of the scam? Spirit says yes. Spirit says yes. Spirit, was the children of both Tyeisha Johnson and Naisha Lewis basically sold out and used as bait to push the narrative for a story? Was Tyeisha Johnson and Naisha Lewis paid to sell out their own children to push a narrative for the story and everything that was exposed online? Spirit says yes. Those kids were exploited on purpose. They were exposed on purpose. They were talked about on purpose. They were put on blast on purpose. Personal private information was put online on purpose. It was all a part of the narrative, and both Tyeisha Johnson as well as Naisha Lewis received compensation for this to go on, to create content off of it. Yeah. So let's dive deep real quick. Spirit, does Jacqueline Wright still talk to Gerald Johnson? Does Jacqueline Wright still talk to Gerald Johnson behind the scenes, behind closed doors? Spirit says yes. Spirit, is Jacqueline Wright and Gerald Johnson actually married? Is Jacqueline Wright and Gerald Johnson actually married? If you notice, it changed up. It said yes for Jacqueline Wright and Gerald Johnson still talk. It says no, they are not legally married. That was a part of a storyline as well for them. When Jacqueline was with Gerald, that was a part of their storyline that they was pushing when they were pushing their narrative together. So no, they are not legally married at all. Spirit, were they ever even common law married? Was Jacqueline Wright and Gerald Johnson ever commonly law married? Spirit says no. Spirit, was Legina Go, aka Angela Owusu, used the same way Tyeisha Johnson is being used when she was around Jacqueline? Was Legina Gold, aka Angela Owusu, used the same way Tyeisha Johnson is being used when she was around Jacqueline Wright? That is a yes. So let's dive deep, guys. Let's see. Spirit, is Angela Owusu, also known as Legina Gold, the daughter of Aaliyah Houghton? Is Angela Owusu, also known as Legina Gold, the daughter of Angela Owusu? That is a no. She is not the daughter of Aaliyah Houghton. Okay, Spirit. So is Angela Owusu, also known as Legina Gold, the daughter of Robert Kelly, also known as R. Kelly? Is Angela Owusu, also known as Legina Gold? Look at that, y'all. I get a yes on R. Kelly. And I swear, if you go back and look at my readings, where I didn't even do a spirit reading, I pulled cards. My spirit guides have always told me that Angela Owusu, who's also known as Legina Gold, is not the daughter of Aaliyah Houghton, but that R. Kelly, also known as Robert Kelly, is her father. So take that as you may, honey. But that rabbit hole goes deeper. I've always gotten the same answer every time. I got to the point where I asked so many times, I had to just stop and leave it alone because I felt like I was being disrespectful to spirit. I felt like I was being put in a position where I was questioning God, and I had never really like questioned God like that, and it was making me feel some type of way. So I had to just stop because I wanted to be like for sure. But I kid you not, every time I ask, and when I say I ask like umpteen times, guys, I got the same answer every single time. She is matter-of-factly not the daughter of Aaliyah Houghton, but spirit tells me she is the child of Robert Kelly. Baby, it is what it is, okay? But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, guys, let's see if there's any other questions pertaining to Tyeisha Johnson. Spirit, is there someone who is forcing Tyeisha Johnson, also known as TJ, into silence? Is somebody telling her not to talk about certain things, not to tell certain things about Jacqueline Wright, or about what she's going through, or about what she's dealing with behind the scenes? That is a yes. Somebody is telling her, has forced her into silence. She can't talk. That's why you see her when she do show her face. Sometimes, especially if she's like sitting in one place or laying down, she's doing the symbolism with the hands over the mouth. That's that shh, be quiet, don't tell symbolism. Okay. All of this stuff y'all can go and look up, okay? Look up celebrities, one finger symbolism or the shush symbolism. You all see them with a finger over their mouth. Ask yourself, what's going to be quiet? What's secret? What don't tell? All this sneaky, freaky, creepy shit, low down, dirty shit that goes on behind the scenes, behind closed doors. Yeah. The real shit that they don't want nobody to know. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. And I will say, guys, this spirit reading that I'm doing for you all, it is for your entertainment purposes only. Okay. However, the information that I am giving you is per the information that is coming directly from my spirit guides. Okay. But I do have to say that this information is allegedly. Okay. Some of the questions that I've asked have been things that you have matter of factly seen right before your own eyes. You can see for yourself. You've probably questioned for yourself. Other things you may not have quite known about. Okay. So I will say allegedly as it relates to these things, guys. Okay. Um, let's see if there's anything else I can think of really quick that may be on the minds of the people pertaining to these two. So, for the sake of asking, guys, we're gonna ask again. Spirit, is Jacqueline Wright and Tyeisha Johnson currently living together? Are they living together in the same location, in the same space? That is a yes. That is a yes. Spirit, when Tyeisha Johnson and Jacqueline Wright do their videos, do they just go in a separate room to make it seem like they are apart? When Tyeisha Johnson and Jacqueline Wright do their videos, do they just go in a separate room somewhere to make it seem as if they are apart? That is a yes. Spirit, when they refuse to show their face or at least their scenery or where they are exactly, is that in an effort to hide that they're in the same location? When they refuse to show their face when they go live, is that in an effort to hide the fact that they're at the same location or around each other? That is a yes. Spirit, has Tyeisha Johnson been forbid from going back home to her children or to Naisha or where she's come from? Is somebody keeping her from leaving Texas? Is there anybody that is keeping Tyeisha Johnson from leaving Texas, from going back to her children or to her ex or other family even? Is there someone who's controlling her, forcing her to stay in Texas? Yes. That's the reason why Tyeisha won't leave Texas. She's being controlled. You know what I'm saying? Everybody makes mistakes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we may just make goofball mistakes in life. You know, that's just life. You understand what I'm saying? But if you are a type of person, and I get it. Okay, like I kid you not, I at one point in time in my life I was younger. Okay, I had my own apartment, I had my own car, I had my own job working at a dental a dental office, like the office for like their insurance and different things like that or what have you. Y'all, I kid you not, I started talking to someone who lives somewhere else in me, technically another state, okay? Because I lived in Arkansas. This person lives in Memphis. We met in Arkansas though at a mutual friends function or what have you. And I was supposed to be going to visit for a weekend, going down there for a weekend. I was off that weekend, come back, go to y'all. I kid you not, I left my apartment and everything in it, left my car, left my job, okay, and went to go be with this person, okay. And I did come back to like move out of my apartment. It was I was so upset, okay, because like When I came back, my car had to been the apartment complex had my car towed. Even though my car was parked in the parking spot, it was towed because I had a slow leak in one of the tires, and your car can't be on none of your cars can be on a flat or anything like that, or look like it's being worked on or anything like that. So they end up having the car towed. By the time I got back to, move out of my apartment, and I decided I was going to stay down there, whatever, move out of my apartment, get my affairs in order, different things. My car was gone. I realized where it was at. It had been there so long. And y'all know when your car gets towed and it sits at the tow place, they charge like hundreds of dollars by the day just for your car sitting there. Y'all, it was so much money, and it pissed me off because my car at the time, it was almost paid for. And I think it was going to be like either like $1,000 and some or $2,000 and some dollars to get my car out of tow. But that's literally how much I owed left on my car. So it was like, pay my car off, or, you know what I'm saying? Or get my car out of tow and don't be able to pay my car. No, you know what I'm saying? Which then it will get repossessed if I get behind on that bit more. But it was almost paid. I was so drove, y'all. Okay. So I literally walked away from so much. I just totally lost in that situation because, of course, I'm like, okay. And then end up losing my job and all this other kind of stuff. To go and be with this person. So I totally get it. You understand? You make stupid, foolish ass mistakes sometimes. Now, of course, I wasn't in the situation that TJ is in. I did not have any children at the time. I wasn't in a relationship with anybody else at the time. I had no other responsibilities at the time but myself, you know what I'm saying? So I could do that, and I did, okay? But of course, the relationship didn't work out. And here I am. I'm down here. I done jumped up, left everything of mine. I packed up what I could, take of mine. And I, got a U-Haul, took it down there or whatever. But by this time I had lost my car, lost my job to go and be with this person in a whole nother state, guys. Okay. When it was over, I literally had to, because I didn't have a vehicle, and I don't know why, I just wasn't thinking at the time. I literally could have gotten a U-Haul. I know now, but I was young. So I didn't really think about it. It was just hadn't got bad and I gotta go. You understand what I'm saying? So what I did is I put all my stuff, I paid for my stuff to be in storage, and I bought me a bus ticket back to Arkansas. It's only like a 2-hour drive from Arkansas to Memphis, Tennessee. Y'all. And so because it took me for a minute to get more transportation, and once again, it still didn't click that, hey, you can rent a U-Haul, drive down there, get your stuff, drive back, turn the U-Haul. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even think, my stuff ended up sitting in storage in Memphis for so long. After your stuff sit there for so long, you ain't paying on it no more, they'll auction your stuff off. So I ended up losing everything in the end. I'm the one that was at a loss and had to pick up the pieces and start all over. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? I lost a good job. Okay, at a dental insurance company. I lost my vehicle that was almost paid for. I lost a decent apartment at the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? To run up and behind somebody that I thought I wanted to be with or whatever. But, so like I'm saying, I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? But baby, something is keeping her there. And I said all that to say that, like, all the situations that people have seen that play out online where, there's fights and there's arguments and she's crying and she's outside and she's got nowhere to go and this, that, and the other, she has family. She can go back to the state where her children are. You know what I'm saying? Where you are familiar with with other people, with where everything is. Even if you had to get some type of assistance or help or shelters, at least you know where everything is. You know what I'm saying? It's being homeless is hard, but it's actually easier. If you know how to survive, homeless is actually easy. If you are homeless where you are from, where you're familiar with, where you grew up, or where you have lived a long period of time. It is hard as hell to be homeless somewhere that you are not familiar with. You understand what I'm saying? A state that you are not familiar with. You don't know nobody there. You don't know where everything is. You don't know how to catch the bus, how to catch a train, how to get a cab. You know what I'm saying? You don't know where all the stores are, all the convenience stores. You don't know where the hospital's at. You don't know where the nearest police station at. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot easier when if you in a bad situation where you come from versus you being in a bad situation from somewhere where you unfamiliar. So any of us with common sense, it's not to say that we wouldn't have been stupid enough to make a mistake such as this at some point in time in our life, but we damn sure would have had enough common sense that when the going got tough, you either take your ass back home or you get up off your behinds and you figure something else out. Okay. I might have to go to the shelter. And while I'm going to the library and filling out applications every single day or whatever, until I get a job, save up this amount of money that I'm going to get me, decide I'm going to move or I'm going to stay or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what you got to do. It's not to say that you will never go through something. Okay. Because see, faith don't make things easy. It makes things possible. Okay. And the only time things are no longer possible is when you just give the hell up or when you give all of your damn possibilities to some damn body else. So I always thought that. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? If all of this and that and the other is going on, and we've seen like the blatant disrespect and the abuse and the neglect and the betrayal and the being without and the being hungry and having no place to stay and all this other kind of stuff. A lot of people have probably been wondering, why won't this person go back to their children? It's like this person has interest in everything except for being there for their children. And the things that comes out of this person's mouth is, I done been around them, I done raised my child, I just want to do me. Like this person has no use for being around their children anymore, the children that they claim to love. Nobody says you got to go crawling back to your ex if you don't want to, okay? But that has absolutely nothing to do with you being there for your children who still obviously need you in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like there's something else that's got a hold on this, of this situation, of this person, okay? Because any of you, if you were in a tough situation, if you were in a bad situation, you know what I'm saying? Your senses are going to kick in. Your survival mode is going to kick in. Your whatever is going to kick in for you to live, to survive, to be safe and secure, or what have you. No matter what you got to do. Okay? It wouldn't be stuck and stagnant with around the same people who using you, abusing you, okay, humiliating you, putting you on blast, and all this other kind of stuff. So you got to know other things are going on, and these people are just, bamboozling you in some type of way, guys. Okay, but honey, that's what's going on. Okay, I just wanted to come on and give you all a spirit reading. I haven't done a public spirit reading in a while, guys, to show you all how this is done. Okay, but I know many of you may have had questions pertaining to things that's happening right now, and as far as them, you guys, you have Jacqueline, who is just randomly popping off and random damn different people who ain't paying them no attention, trying to create a distraction to get a reaction, okay? And then you have TJ, who, seem not to make themselves seem to they want something from people, but every once in a while, here or there, every other day or every couple of days or something like that, might come on and do some type of live and all this other kind of stuff. While the scenery has basically changed. They're making it seem like, Jacqueline and Tyeisha are apart. They live in separate lives. Jacqueline over here doing this, TJ over here doing this, or whatever, or whatever. That's what they want y'all to see. Okay, so now things has changed. The humiliation ritual is over. So now everybody is acting like, they're back cool with TJ and things now, and all of this other kind of stuff. And you can just see how things change, how different people shaking and moving, how different folks acting. And you can also see clearly who the sellouts are, who the cats that was behind the scenes pulling the strings of everything that was going on as well. Okay, but it is what it is, honey. Okay, but that's what's going on. Okay. So let's ask another question here. Spirit, has TJ been around in the room in the area when there was some type of solicitation or prostitution allegedly going on with Jacqueline Wright or even herself. Yes. So this is not even something that has been going on or is being done, in secret behind each other's backs. It is what it is. And in between that, it's been, hustling for what they can get out of other people. Okay? That's what's going on, y'all. Let's see if there's any other messages. And another thing, y'all need to wise up. Y'all need to Google some things, research some things. First of all, you need to understand, even though hotels are expensive, you need to know that Airbnbs are actually more expensive than hotels. Okay, it literally has some type of analytics polling that was done. Airbnb, I've never seen homeless people, broke people, staying in folks' Airbnbs so damn much. It's like, how do you have Airbnb money but you don't have hotel money? It doesn't make any sense. Okay? And this is something that frequently gets said. Oh, I'm staying in this Airbnb and this, that, and that. It would have been cheaper for you to stay in a hotel than an Airbnb. So where are you getting that type of money to pay for that? And I even looked at Airbnb prices in the area that they are in. It's expensive. It's expensive. But Texas is a trip. I looked into that and I researched. I had never researched it before. I've never particularly stayed or rented an Airbnb. Y'all, do y'all know that they literally have all types of damn Airbnbs? I'm talking about everything that you may think that is livable, that you may think is not livable, people have as Airbnbs. When I looked into this, I researched Texas and this whole site came up. Y'all, I'm talking about people got trailers as Airbnbs. People got mobile homes as Airbnbs. People got little sheds, like a shed as an Airbnb. People got damn farmhouses as Airbnbs. People have cabins and regular homes, and I'm talking about creatively made home that look like it's some type of artistic damn design. It's like, wow, who built this? Who made this? You wouldn't even think it's livable inside it. Y'all, I even seen something in the middle, looked like it was in the middle of a damn desert, and it was shaped, it was oval, it was shaped like a damn igloo. You know, the igloos that you normally see out in very cold places with a lot of snow and different things like that. Y'all, that's what the thing looked like. And it was out in the middle of no damn where, and looked like it was desert area around. I'm like, what the hell is this? Who would live in this? You got tiny homes that they have up for Airbnb. Y'all, everything that you could possibly think of and you wouldn't even think of, they have for rent as Airbnb. And the fact of the matter is, all of them are more expensive than your average hotel. Not to mention, for a little while, Jacqueline and TJ were staying in Hilton hotels. These are hotels that's anywhere from 100 and something to 200. So they're a regular plain old Jane room is going to cost you $100 and some, nothing less. Let alone if you get some type of suite or something like that. This is running you $200-300 and some a night. When you're broke, you're homeless, you don't have nowhere to go like that. You literally, if you understand what I'm saying, if you got $200-300 a night to spend a place, you could have literally taken that and got 1 or 2 weeks out of a place, another place, for that amount of money. It's craziness. For a person to live like that and also want people to continue to you know what I'm saying? To pour into that, to pay for your lifestyle, for you to live like that. How the people who are sending you donations can't even live like that. The majority of them. Unless you happen to have a wealthy person, a middle class, upper class, middle class, wealthy person or something, who needs some donations. But most people on average who would happen to be watching your damn video, who would might be moved in some type of way to send you anything, don't have, you know, that type of money to give anybody. Why? Because they got their own bills and their own responsibility, their own children and all this other kind of stuff. But it's crazy. See, I think about all this type of stuff, okay? I think about the ifs, the ands, the buts, the maybes, the possibilities. I think about the shit that nobody else is thinking about. And it just don't make no sense to me. It just don't make no sense to me. And just the other day, what was this, yesterday or something, TJ was like, oh, you know, after the whole supposed court situation, if you notice, they go live right around the same time. Either one go live and then the other one go live right after it, or vice versa, okay? Or either they don't go live at all, okay? This lets you know they're still in communication with each other. They're still in dealings with each other, okay? All day long went by before anybody heard from them pertaining to the court situation and what happened with Jacqueline and all this other kind of stuff, besides the ignorant people that you got out here that, like, I just don't get it. These people be calling all type of places. They call police stations, courthouses, court clerks, people's families, people's mamas, people's kids, hotels, everywhere, somewhere, and they call it. I'm like, this shit is crazy. It don't make no sense. Just for you to act like you got some type of darn content. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens to a person's rights of privacy, everywhere a person go, everything that they got going on, everything that they doing, you got folk calling up there, calling bells going, calling police, or calling the police department, calling the courthouses and the court clerks, calling the jail, calling the, you know, the hotels, calling the this and the calling the that, and calling folks friends, and calling folks family, and calling folks kids, and calling it. Like, what the hell is wrong with people? I ain't never seen nothing like it before in my life. But this is what people is doing and calling it content, and folks is watching it, and, like, you know, whatever conversation and dialogue they got going on, I think it's absurd. I really do think it's absurd. What if you had a person, what if you had somebody dislike you, and say you had a family member to pass away, and so somebody calling the funeral home, somebody calling up to the hospital to see what actually happened to them, what time did they get there, what went on, what wrong with them, what time did they leave, what funeral home they at, calling the family. Just imagine. Say somebody particularly care for you, you and your ex-breaker, you got folk calling this person, calling that person, calling around here and calling around there, and it don't make sense. This defeats the whole purpose of human rights and privacy. Like, sure, it's open season for anything that somebody else has made public. Let it become public and then talk about it. But you going all out your way to hunt something down? It's absurd. What if a person didn't like you, and then they zoomed in on where your kids go to school with, and then find out who your kid's teacher is, and then called your teacher, and you wouldn't like it. And I'm just making some up at this point. Just different little scenarios. Somebody didn't care for you and found out where you worked, and then call your job and lie to your boss. Somebody don't care for you, so they call social services and just make up some shit about it. You wouldn't like that shit. This is the sick ass shit that people's around here doing. Something wrong with these folks. And yeah, some shit is public information. True enough. But some people just ignorant and knows it's the fuck, okay? And if you flipped it, you wouldn't want nobody doing you that. You wouldn't want nobody hunting you out down trying to figure out where you at, where you were, who you with, what time you go here, what time you left there, what you go talk to your lawyer about, what was you in jail for, what they say at the courts, what they did. You understand what I'm saying? Like that shit, I wish I would. But you ain't that important for me to do all of that. Why? Because it ain't my business no damn way. Now, you done made something public information your damn self, and it's intriguing enough for me to have an opinion about it. I may or may not say something about it. But to go out my way to hunt some information down, I'm talking about calling people back to back to back to back to back. Oh yeah, I'm talking about ain't got docket numbers, got case numbers and folks' names and all kinds of things. Like, what the hell? This shit is absurd. This is called stalking. That's what that is. That is stalking to the third damn degree. It's absurd. But that's literally what's going on. I mean, you got people online that detectives can't do without a damn warrant. Police officers can't do without a damn warrant or something. Or even if they is doing it without a damn warrant, they not around here publicly flaunting this or that. Oh yeah, I'm all up in your business and I'm invading your human rights, civil and constitutional rights by getting whatever information I want because I can. You understand what I'm saying? Like, seriously, bro. Even police officers and detectives have a protocol or a manner of order in how they do things, okay? If that was the case, it would be no point in police officers or detectives or lawyers or judges or any damn thing. It's absurd. Anyway, guys, honey, I didn't even mean to keep y'all this long. I just wanted to do a spirit reading and answer some of the questions that may be on some people's mind, okay? Pertaining to the things that's going on in these YouTube streets, chat, okay? You know, majority of the time, honey, any given day, honey, I pay a lot of the stuff no mind. I see it and keep it moving or what have you. Yeah, because it's some sinister stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and even when you try to be of a help, of assistance to people, they don't really want that. Why? Because they're on something sinister and demonic and shicey to begin with. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then they sit up and they play in everybody's faces. Okay, like you too dumb to know what's really going on, what's really happening, which the sad thing about it is some people are just really unaware of how people are playing in their face and what's actually going on and what's actually happening. Okay. Spirit, are these content creators, are other popular content creators who have helped and assisted or been in some type of collaboration with Jacqueline Wright, receiving compensation themselves, getting some type of incentive themselves for hustling or scamming or lying to or manipulating subscribers, followers, and viewers? Yes. So you got a lot of people in on the same plot, the same plan, the same scheme. Spirit, were some of these content creators, some of these people that act like that they are beefing with or angry with or fighting with Jacqueline Wright, was that all part of some type of skit? Was that all set up? Was that all a part of a setup to scam people? Was the fake beef all a part of a skit to scam people? Yes. So there's a lot of people, especially if they are a popular content creator, if they get a lot of subscribers, a lot of views, a lot of support, and different things from people or what have you. Um, it's all a part of a scam. They act like they collaborate together for the purposes of making money. Everybody is making money. Everybody is being viewed. Everybody's staying in the algorithm, and they make sure to flush everybody out by them collaborating together in their own little compiled, pile or group. Okay, to keep them forefront in the algorithm. Okay, and they're getting all the subscriptions, they're getting all the views, they're getting all the support, they're getting all the money, they're getting, you don't understand what I'm saying? That's how it goes. Pyramid Ponzi scheme-ish is what it is. Kinda. Guys, I apologize, but they're messing with my internet to end this. Any information you need from me will be in the description box below. Till the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God.